Welcome, brothers and sisters, to episode number 9 of the Cornbread Cafe. I am the mongrel, and I'll be your host today. Be sure to ask your waiter about this week's specials, which are all prepared using only the finest ingredients in American roots music. Cazh and Cozy, we're located at the five corners of blues, Americana, folk, country, and gospel. And sometimes you can catch an express to rock and roll at the bus stop across the way. We're going to get right into the music this show because the hard copy of the EP Tired Old Town by Chris Andres with Gary McDonald showed up in the mail just a couple days ago, and I've been wicked impatient to share it with you. Now, I couldn't decide between, which of the 5 tracks on this 2017 release I should share with you, so I figured we'd go with the title track, Tired Old Town, to get things going.
1, 2, 3, 4. The devil, he walks these streets of this tired old town. Feeds off the lies of a world come on bound. The heat goes up, the sun goes down. The work's all gone from I can find a friendly face. My spirit's high, like it out of this place. But daylight comes, and I'm still right here. Devil, he whispers in my ear. Welcome home, son, to your tired old town. Daylight comes, I'm still right here. The devil, he whispers in my ear. Welcome home, son, to your town.
See, look at that. I invite musicians to send me their music. They do. And then you hear it on the show, just like that. And it's just that easy. Look for the contact link at cornbread.cafe for more info. And it's been an episode or two since we've picked from the all-natural country section of the menu, so I guess that's why that tune hits the spot just right. Chris Andres leans more than a little bit towards the outlaw end of the country spectrum. And all I can say about that is thank God for outlaws, or I might not have any friends at all. Now, back on episode number 6, I was honored to have Janie Barnett as our guest. I played a portion of our conversation on the show, and then I made the entire interview available separately via an audio player on the show notes. And if you haven't yet, I'd encourage you to go back and listen to both. Now, I didn't include the clip that I'm going to share with you now in the main show in episode number 6. Call me superstitious, but I think I felt like if I held on to it, if I didn't let it out of its cage or the song she discusses, maybe I could somehow keep this thing from happening. Maybe I could shield my children, everybody's children, by just not talking about it. But I'm a fool to fool myself that way, and waiting until a calmer time to have this conversation means waiting until the pain subsides. And that's just no good. Thank you, Janie, for preserving the pain in your music, in your work. And thanks again for talking about your very powerful song, Buy That Thing.
What happened was there was a little mini film going around on Facebook, which was of a young man. He looked 15. Whether he was 15, I don't know. He had a fake ID, and he pinned a little camera to his shirt, and he started, first he went, I'm not quite sure I remember the order, but I think he went to the package store first, and he tried to buy some alcohol, and they didn't believe him, and he couldn't buy the alcohol. And then he went to like a 7-Eleven and tried to buy some, I use the word porn. It's not going to be porn in 7-Eleven. And the truth is, I'm not sure they're in there anymore, but in that 7-Eleven, they were in there, and it was recent. And they wouldn't let him. And then, fascinating, then he went in another store. He tried to buy a lotto ticket, and you can't buy a lotto ticket if you're underage. Would not let him buy the lotto ticket. And then he went to the gun show, which are the Virginia gun shows are pretty thriving in my home state. And after just a short conversation, he left with a gun, and not too many questions asked. And deeply disturbing to me, and of course everybody, and of course why he made that little film, just to demonstrate how easy it was. It was easier, and he successfully left with a gun, with a fake ID where he could not to buy a lotto ticket. So to me that says it all. The background checks issue, it's just, and of course what we know here in New York is that a lot of those guns in Virginia make their way up Route 95 and end up on our streets up here with no accountability, no nothing. If I had my way, like Cheryl Wheeler, I would, get rid of all the guns. But I think the whole lack of background checks, and now, they're even loosening them up a little bit, is very of primary concern. It's one thing we should be able to get better, along with, getting rid of the automatic weapons and semi-automatic weapons, and being able to turn weapons into semi-automatic weapons. It's just, it seems insane.
Corn. My driver's license don't want my name. You want a story, I got plenty to say. You want my money now, I got nothing. You want my money now, I got nothing. I got nothing.
That was Buy That Thing, off Janie Barnett's 2017 release, You See This River. Remember, you can pick up that LP by visiting the show notes for this episode at cornbread.cafe and looking for the iTunes, Amazon, or some other purchase link. And since these links are usually our affiliate links, you help support this program with your purchase at no extra cost to you. Next, I was going to play a track off the Whiskey Treaty Roadshow's self-titled September EP release. But I had my Cornbread library on shuffle yesterday, and the tune Poisonous Me from their 2016 live album Heart of the Run came up. And I was like, I've played that on the cafe already, haven't I? And I had to go back and check, and the answer was no, I haven't. I guess I've played it for myself so often that I just kind of figured I must have shared it with you. So let's spin that right now to correct that oversight. Here's Poisonous Me by the Whiskey Treaty Roadshow on the Cornbread Cafe.
I've been burning my whole life down, waiting for the axe to fall, reaching for my brothers and my sisters' arms, but I'm the only child on the farm. We try to run so far from the places that make us who we are, but it's hard not to turn around, and it's so easy to be let down. And I hope that angry moon's gonna turn around. Got my back up against the wall, I'm just waiting for the axe to fall. Yeah, my back's up against the wall, I'm just waiting for the axe to fall down. Baby, to bleed out. Poisonous me, set me on fire, throw me in the water, give me some, give me a dollar, please. Don't let them be like me. I got a heart that flows like a river. The river doesn't give a damn. Over rocks and the ones it drowns, the only way it flows is down. What kind of pain makes it feel better till the river runs to the shore, where the tide pulls you back down in, when you're a sucker looking for a friend. And I hope that angry moon's gonna turn around. I got my back up against the wall, I'm just waiting for the axe to fall. Yeah, my back's up against the wall, I'm just waiting for the axe to fall down. Baby, to bleed out. Poisonous me, just set me on fire, throw me in the water, give me a sun, give me a dollar, but please don't let them be like me. Leave me with a lullaby, leave me with a clue so I can mend. I don't wanna break before I bend. I've been burning my whole life down, just waiting for the axe to fall, singing my brothers and my sisters' songs. They're the only thing that keeps me going. I tried to run so far from the things that make me who I am, but it's hard not to turn around, and it's so easy to need a friend. And I hope that angry moon my back up against the wall. I'm just waiting for the axe to fall. Yeah, my back's up against the wall. I'm just waiting for the axe to fall down and break me to bleed out. Oh, set it's me. Just set me on fire, throw me in the water. Give me some, give me a dollar, please. Don't let them be like me. Oh, please, let them see that we're only as good as we wanna be.
Well, the festival scene is starting to kick into gear around the country, and I hope you get to experience as many as you can. I mean, really, if music were an ecosystem, festivals would be kind of the natural habitat for Americana bands and the rootsians who love them. Coming up this weekend is the Wintergrass Festival, taking place February 22nd through the 25th at the Hyatt Regency in Bellevue, Washington, just across the lake from Seattle. For tickets and more info, visit them at wintergrass.com. And the 4th annual Back Porch Festival returns March 1st through 4th with all-star lineups of American roots artists at the Academy of Music and the Parlor Room in Northampton, Massachusetts. Reserve your body space at signaturesoundspresents.com/back-porch. Or actually just go to our show notes at cornbread.cafe and click the link to get you there. I would provide information about South by Southwest coming up March 9th through the 18th in Austin, Texas, but until they put me on the press list, I can't very well do that, can I now? You know, you'd think for, $1,650 per pass, they could afford to hire somebody to put music podcasters on the press list, right? Hell with them, I say. Besides, I'm busy that week. Anyway, in this next set, I have to play the only tune I have from Keaton Kaufman that I have not shared with you yet on the show. I think, anyway. The tune is The Tribe, off his 2017 release Killer Eyes, which would definitely be in the running for a Cornbread Award if we had such a thing here. Yeah, maybe one day. But he just released his video for The Tribe this week. And like the rest of the videos from that release, it fits the music perfectly. You can check out the embed in the show notes. First, though, let's hear from one of our most recent discoveries, Almond&Olive out of Chicago, Illinois. We featured their song We Will on episode number 6. Now let's hear the title track off Standing at the Precipice.
Is getting deeper, and the trouble we're in's not easy to hide. We've been searching for an answer, but the books we're reading don't ever explain what we're looking to find. We never know, but we're going to try. You and I standing at the precipice, you and I staring down the gun. Watching as the walls come down, we'll see it through till the end. Now the sky is getting darker, and the ground is shaking, but no one knows why. We feel the heat from the fire. All the clocks stop ticking, and we never do know what we're going to find. Never shows till you run out of time. You and I standing at the precipice. You and I staring down the gun. You and I both in the thick of it. We were never gonna run. Watching
dance in the wheat fields in the night, by the Blackstone Lake under moonlight, and dance by the fire as it speaks. Dance for the strong and for the weak. Come up with me now, come up with me now, come up with me now. Come up with me now, come up with me now, come up with me now. Dance by the streetlights under rain, by the Bay Ridge River train. Dance for the ghost in the summer sun. We are mighty and we are one. Come up with me now, come up with me now, come up with me now. Come up with me now, come up with me now, come up with me now. Come up with me now, come up with me now, come up with me now. Oh, oh. At the edge of the ocean as it breathes, heavily like a monster in its sleep, silent and still in the twilight, we'll sing our songs at the sunrise, race through the trees as the day warms, chased by the warmth of the summer storms. We are the daughters and the sons, we are the daughters and the sons. Come up with me now, come up with me now, come up with me now. Come up with me now, come up with me now, come up with me now. Come up with me now, come up with me now, come up with me now. Come up with me now.
Both of those songs are just pristine, aren't they? And they go together pretty well, too, if I do say so myself. You know, in addition to buying music and merch from the artists you hear on the show, you can connect with them through their sites and social media pages. I always provide the links, if I've got them. And when you find those songs that really resonate with you, why not shoot the artists a quick note and tell them how much you enjoyed hearing their tunes on the Cornbread Cafe. It might not help them pay the rent, but it does let them know that their efforts are truly appreciated. Last up is the song that I've been saving, though I can't say I've known just what for. This week, I know, from the Honey Whiskey Trio's 2017 release, Rye Woman is a song of comfort that you might just recognize. And I think I'll let the Honeys have the last word on this episode, so I'm just going to send out The Lone Wild Bird, along with my deepest sorrow to the families of Parkland, Florida.
The lone wild bird in lofty flight is still with you, nor leaves your sight, and I am yours, I rest in you. Oh, wondrous love, rest Does love rest in me too? Rest in me too. The ends of earth stretch far.